You may have noticed while driving down Seven Locks Road in the Potomac community of Scotland that for months, crews have been refurbishing Scotland AME Zion Church, a historic house of worship hand-built more than a century ago by freed slaves and their descendants.
My first step into that church was in 1967.
Bernard Scott, who married his wife Francine inside this very church, leads the $11 million fundraising campaign to build a new house of worship, only steps away from the original. But this project represents far more than connecting brick to mortar. It symbolizes the resiliency of a marginalized community now rising from a painful chapter in Montgomery County history.
And they're not only restoring a building, they're restoring a people.
Scott says freed slaves created a black enclave here after purchasing hundreds of acres of land.
And I was born down the road.
89-year-old Eddie Dove's grandfather was among those first landowners. And he recalls with clarity growing up in a community denied basic county services.
Scotland was a sad community when I was coming up here. It was just sad. Living in shacks, no indoor plumbing.
These historic photos, taken in the mid-1960s, show living conditions in Scotland. Dilapidated homes, no trash collection, no paved roads, no running water, and no plumbing.
It was profitable for the county to erase Scotland, and that's what the attempt was.
Scott says in the 1960s, the county swindled black homeowners by threatening to condemn their property if they did not sell for far under market value. Since then, land belonging to black homeowners has plummeted from 550 acres to 3 acres. But some residents would not stand for the injustices plaguing Scotland, so they convinced federal officials to build townhouses for residents, homes that stand today.
God didn't let it happen then. God's not letting it happen now, and God's not going to let it happen in the future. We will not be forgotten.
Now, some 60 years later,
Thank you. How you doing?
Scotland is finally celebrating.
God, we are just overwhelmed with your goodness and your grace in this very moment.
Only weeks ago, dignitaries joined congregants and neighbors in dedicating the new church's cornerstone, with a couple more $1 million to go before reaching their fundraising goals.
This is wonderful. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's all those things.
Francine Scott grew up walking down those unpaved roads in Scotland to get water from a stream. On this day, sorrow sits beside her joy, wishing the elders who endured so many hard times could share in the beauty of this moment.
They would have loved to have been here today, to be a part of all this, because it is a dream come true. That's what it is, a dream come true.
I'm Jay Korf for 7 News.